Hi everybody, Brett back at Altitude Scale Modding with another Sprue review. This time something we've all been, well, a lot of us have been waiting for. The new Great Wall hobby, A-10C Thunderbolt close support aircraft. Kit number L4829, 1/48 scale, brand new tool. Academy did one. God, it's probably been a year ago now, maybe more. If I remember, I'll post a link to a review of that one that I did when it came out. I love Great Wall hobby kits. They're usually very good detailed and go together very well. So, you see the beautiful box art. The big box. On the side, two of the markings from Fort Smith, Davis-Monthan, Langley, Osan. So you've got a shark's mouth and that's a warthog mouth, and I believe there's also a snake mouth in here. So you can see right there, there's a snake mouth kit, black snakes, and not much else on the box. I just got this in the mail from Japan. I don't know if it's available in the US yet, but I got it here, I got it now, and I couldn't wait, so I paid the extra money. Actually, it wasn't that much more. It's got an addendum to, looks like the inside of the ladder door for decals. Oops, sorry, just kicked the camera. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, decals, box art picture, box, nose weight. So, let me get this out of the way. Grab fuselage sprue. I just had it in my hand. Where did I put it? There we go. Grab that. Zoom on in. And let me check the lighting here. Plus I keep kicking the camera. Hold on. Gonna add a little light to the situation. If I can get it to work. Excuse me a moment. Well, that light doesn't seem to want to work. Try something else. Hold on. All right, let's just get going and see how this works out. So we get the fuselage parts right here. So they just got this kit in yesterday from Japan. Here, we've got those two beautiful Great Wall hobby plastic with the wonderful rivet detail, panel line detail, goes all around. And all that great raised, that is actually raised rivet detail. So, for those of you who don't like that, you have to clean it up. And you shouldn't have to clean anything up there. It's mainly going to be the, oops, sorry about that, seam lines on top. See if that helps. No, it doesn't. Anyway, So when you get to the top here, this is where the engine's going to go, so it might not be a problem. Maybe along here, you'll just have to make sure your seam line fits or it'll be very good. Next, we'll hop into a big sprue. The entire lower wing section. Zoom out so you can see it in its entirety. Okay, hold on. This is getting bad. Okay, I think I got the lighting resolved. So, beautiful detail work throughout. Okay, got the lighting worked out. Filming a new location today and wasn't as prepared as I thought. Anyway, here is the underside of the fuselage. You can see those raised rivets won't be a problem for the bottom because there will be no seam on the bottom or the bottoms of the wings. And then it's got adjustable ailerons and flaps. Underside. You can see a few ejector pin marks there, as you'd expect on that part of the fuselage and inside the wings. Other than that, again, beautiful raised panel lines, recessed or raised rivets, recessed panel lines, access hatches. So it will require some careful sanding or careful gluing or a combination of the two. Okay. So one more quick glance over this. I think you can see the wonderful rounded detail, so your connection points will be underneath, not along the leading edge, on the control surfaces. Okay, next part of the wing is right here. This bag has 2 sprues in it, control surfaces, and the upper part of the wing. Recessed panel line detail. Here, front part of the landing gear base. Underneath, a little bit of detail where it needs to be. This one is the control surfaces, the rudders, the tails. Looks like this is going to be top part of the spine, which may help with the rivet detail. Again, all raised rivets throughout. Control surfaces. Vertical and horizontal stabilizers, going to slide right into there. Just check your ejector pin marks, make sure they're flush and not going to cause you a problem. And then now we'll just go from the biggest ones to smallest ones. Here, we're going to have the C cockpit tub. Beautiful detail in there. And of course, there's going to be Quintana sets, photo etch sets, there's the ejector seat parts, some of the sidewall, bay detail. Quinta, Edward, everybody's going to jump on the detailing of this. Sidewall detail is really nice. Or the landing gear bay. I don't know if this has a visible gun or not. Engine parts, or engine cover parts. And a lot of complaints from other kits. There's the C detail. Right there. Anyway, a lot of the complaints about other A-10s was the engine fans are sitting too far back. Hopefully that won't be a problem with this kit. Here we have some more detail parts. Landing gear legs. This does look like the gun bay door. And also the front landing gear door. Or just the gun bay door. Or the front landing gear doors. Wheel hubs. Control arms for the landing gear. There is your gun nozzle. And I know there's a master barrel, but that's slide molded and hollowed out. So you can clean that up nice if you want to use that. Detail inside the doors. Not any real ejector pin marks anywhere that are going to cause you too much of a problem. Maybe one here, if that's one. Here. There's a few, but not any place looks like it's going to cause a problem. With cleanup, matching sprues number M. So I'll show you one of those, which has got some really nice compressor fan detail and weight on wheels and non-weight on wheels, so either in the bay or on the ground, depending where you have the landing gear. So lots of good detail in the engine. Those compressor blades look really nice. And your chaff dispensers, wheel hubs, good brake detail. Wheels are one piece, as you can see. There's a lot of weight on that wheel. Or this isn't the weight on wheel, this is one that goes in the landing gear bay, and this is the weight on wheel. And it's got a nice bulge to it. And there's writing on those wheels. Looks like it says Goodyear. But we'll look at the instructions and figure all that out later. Two of those sprues. This one got a lot of tiny, fiddly looking parts in it. Lots of them, so I'd be very careful with this sprue. You can see all the control arms, actuators, hoses, control stick, like the rear view mirrors, antennas. Lots of tiny parts on this one. And again, I did the Academy review so long ago I couldn't remember. So I'm gonna have to watch it again, but if I do remember, I'll post a link to it, or you can just go back about a year and you'll see it. This one's also got two sprues in it. A small one. This is one of the pods. Right there, it tells you which pod. AAQ28 pod. Nicely detailed as well. Recessed and raised. And this has got the cockpit combing, doors. There's your instrument panel right there for the A-10C. Front of the landing gear door, more antennas. Flip it over. Pylon. Inside of here, you can see these are slide molded. Really good detail on these parts, much better than anything I remember from an A-10 in 48 scale. This one also has two sprues, a big one and a small one. This one carries two GBU-12s, two of those. And this is just mainly one-piece pylons. Again, raised and recessed detail. Sway braces. This kit does have, obviously, armament. These main gear areas, two of them, obviously. Two of those. This one's got a fuel tank. And so there's your big fuel tank. Two pieces. Raised panel lines, recessed detail. And then, actually there's three in here. This is ALQ 184. And AAQ 33. Okay. Right now we're just into the weapons. We got through everything else. Weapons, pylons, pods. Here we've got ALQ 131 and two Mavericks, AGM 65s, two of these. And lots of plastic, but a bunch of it's just weapons. There are 4 GBU 38s, sorry. 4 of these. And AIM-9s, 2 of them. The main missile body is one-piece slide molded. Maybe not slide molded, but one piece. So 2 of those. And the box, it just keeps giving. Here, 2 sprues, 2 of LAU 131 rockets, 2 of those, and 1 GBU 31. Okay. And the last bit of sprue that's not clear is 2 of tail cones for the engines, more raised detail. Beautifully done. 2 of those, and 1 for that one side of the landing gear bay. Again, raised rivets, beautifully done, and packaged in a unique way that they stay together and stay one piece. I love it. You also got a nose weight and a box of clear parts. Great Wall Hobbies clear parts have always been really good. And these, you can see they're protected, so they won't get scratched. They're beautifully clear, not overly thick, easily masked up. And then there's your heads-up display in there, and some lights. No distortion, just wonderfully clear part. Put that back in there and keep it safe forever. They molded that really nice. And that's all the parts. We've got mine all folded, but poster size of the artwork on the front. And on the back of that, you've got your color scheme. It looks like some of the decals. And another decal scheme. These are all full-size color printed. And then the shark's mouth one from the Flying Tigers 23rd Wing in Langley. I think that's the one that Academy did. And this one's from Afghanistan, Black Snakes. I like. And then this one is probably from Arkansas, Fort Smith, U.S. Air National Guard. It's got the Warthog on the front. So there's your decal placements on 3 separate sheets. And that one print. Here are the decals in an unfortunately stapled bag. A little bit of photo etch. There you go. It's got protective coating on it. Looks like for the slime lines. Decals. Weapons decals. Stencil, instrument panel, and walkway decals. And markings for all your, whichever one you decide to do. There's those beautiful warthog markings, snakes, shark's mouth. Whichever scheme you choose. Finally, instructions. Again, mine got a little bit bent because I came from Japan. So, as usual with Great Wall Hobby, you got the cover sheet, you've got the sprue map, and you've got the warnings on a page that you can separate and put on to the side. Then you start with with the ejector seat and some cockpits. I didn't see any color call-outs anywhere yet. There we go. Looks like all Mr. Hobby color call-outs right there. But choose your favorite paint, do some research and make it work. Because this is going to tell you what colors it needs to be. That's all these C's are. Okay. And then for different painting schemes, you're going to do different things. Use different parts for different schemes. This is a really thick book. Page 1 to page 40. Okay, let me zoom out just a touch. There we go. Cockpit, heads-up display, front combing, front landing gear bay. Working on the side of the fuselage, putting the fuselage halves together, front landing gear bay. There is no separate gun bay. So you'd have to work that on yourself. Nose, putting on the canopy, which it's got this nice, so you don't have to worry about the seam of your canopy. You glue that on, mask it. And you're starting to work on where the gun placement. And you just got this part, so an actual gun detail. Got that. Again, Master Bros makes a beautiful brass turned one for this. You're working on your control surfaces and your wings. There's your refueling port. More control surfaces and your main landing gear bays getting worked on. Your flaps, just line lines, your identification markers. Putting the fronts on. Compressor blades, again, a lot of complaints from all the kits was this was set too far back. It looks good now, so hopefully when it gets fit into place, it'll be good. Only looks good in this picture. But again, until you get it in, you won't know for sure. Fuselage half on top of the wings. Landing gear bay doors, landing gear, lights, tires, depending on which ones you're going to use. Okay, gear down, gear down. This is for gear up. That's what it, I was right, this cutout part's for gear up. So you're gonna put it in like that. So it lays in there. Obviously they had to do that for modeling purposes because the real ones' tires don't go flat when they get retracted. Some more little bits, pieces and parts, flaps, edges, ailerons, control surfaces, speed brakes, open or closed, adjustable rudder, some more of the PE going there, put the tail section on. So, look and see if I might have missed something that's going around the main canopy. More of the PE parts, more antennas. You can probably put the front landing gear in after painted. Canopy open or closed, your choice. Here's that painting scheme for those, and then there's this correction. Let's see. The only thing I see is this right here is different. See how it's pointing to the left here and to the right here? So obviously when you put the door on, you want to point it to the right, not to the left, because the door would be the wrong way. Good catch, Great Wall. And then you start working on pylons, sway braces, deciding how you want the weapons to go on. First you got to assemble them, paint them, decal them. After you do all that, which here's your painting guides for all your weapons and your pylons, painting and decal guides. And then more painting and decal guides for the pylons, installing the pylons, Okay. And then your weapons load out. How do you want your A-10 loaded out? Heavily, lightly, after a mission, before a mission, no weapons being worked on. And then your stencil datas. And then there you have it. Your completed A-10. What I was asking myself about was, let's go back here, right here. So there's your center spine part. So it kind of looks like it's going to almost snap into place, and it looks like it's right along a panel line, which would be perfect. And then there's that top part there. So I think they did a really good design job on this. So there you have it. This should be arriving in the States sometime in the coming months, hopefully, because I want more than just the one I got. But there you have it. Beautiful A-10C, brand new tool from Great Wall Hobby. Many of us love this aircraft and hope they never retire it, even though I'm talking about it. So I know it's been a while, but I hope you enjoyed this Sprue review. And if you did, sit your ass to the bench and build a model. Build an older. The Hasegawa 72nd A-10 is an amazing kit. That was the last A-10 I built. So if you want a smaller one, I recommend that one. Anyway, this will be coming soon. I do not have a price on it. I mean, I can tell you where I got it from in Japan if you give me just a second. Let me go into here, and search here, and go. Oops, help if I could spell, huh? So, scroll down and find my receipt. There it is. And this from Japan was, is this the right one? $90. So it's not gonna be a cheap kit, but it's gonna be worth every penny of it, I think. Thanks for watching. Sit your ass to the bench and build a model. Talk to you soon. Bye for now. Sorry for all the problems earlier.